It is time to sit back, relax, and enjoy 30 trips around the Ocala Speedway because race fans, this is what you saved your lunch money for. To the green here in Winter Dirt Games. Field going to race off into turns 1 and 2. They find the back straightaway. Your pole sitter, CJ Leary, going to jump up to the top spot in the 21 AZ. Can he run the distance and grab his first win of the season? Has gone to victory lane a pair of times here at Ocala. Red lights. No caution lights going to come on as Joey Amantia thought he'd gotten upside down for a second. Instead, he is parked with the front end up on the concrete, but did stay upright in the JPA Masonry number 88J. And looks like we'll have a replay here on FloRacing from the speed shot here on the front straightaway. Looking back, went up and slammed the concrete and bounced her up onto the wall. He did get on the right side, looks like just a little bit. As they'll slow the frame rate down, we'll get another look at it. Hopped her through the cushion, and he got close to getting upside down.
Brian, I didn't get a fantastic look at the condition of the 88J of Joey Amantia's car, but I can tell you for sure that right rear wheel definitely bent. Obviously, the tire flat as well. It looked like the right rear shock was bent too, so at least all of that is going to need replacing, and hopefully that's all the damages he and the team have made their way to the middle finishing work area.
So we'll try to get confirmation if he did make the stop down to the Indy Metal finishing work area or if he bypassed. And with that, the bypass, 60 seconds in the work area extended to heats, semi-features, and a main event. With the caution lights already going dark, the 88J, too much damage to continue on. So set to try it again. 30 laps the distance, a $7,500 paycheck tonight. Again, those event points will take the top 5 directly into tomorrow's championship feature event for Winter Dirt Games. Off at turn number 4, we go back to green. CJ Leary going to take back off of the race lead. Jaden Rogers running in that second spot. Justin Grant in third. Briggs Danner on his back bumper now. Peek into the inside. Sitting in fifth is going to be the Avante Winners of doors number 3. It's going to be Cummins. He was fourth at the line there. 3 wide. Bacon down to the bottom. Not able to get the run. Danner going to roll back by him in the 39. Up front, the 21 AZ of CJ Leary. Jaden Rogers onto his back bumper at the exit of turn number 4. Rogers in the Mighty Kind Cannabis Seltzers number 66 has company. Kyle Cummins in the 3, rolling up to his inside now to challenge for the second spot. They'll work through turns 3 and 4. Cummins trying to get a 2-for-1 deal. That coupon's expired. He's going to ride in third for the time being. Top 3 around the bottom of the entry of 1. They'll start to switch lanes up a little bit. The exit to number 2. Rogers able to block the charge of the Avante Winners the Doors. Petty Performance Racing number 3. P behind them. Battle going on. You've got Pursley working by Briggs Danner. Pursley in the CB Industries, pristineauction.com entry going to take over the 5th spot. Briggs Danner back to 6. Up into 2nd with a run off at turn number 2. Here comes the 3P. Kyle Cummins takes over the runner-up position. Back to show goes the 66 now. In his sights is that Curvagajanian and Team Arizona Racing, number 21 AZ of CJ Leary. We've got 5 in, 25 to go. Jaden Rogers, a good launch off of the top, exiting turn number 2. A good launch off of the bottom for the 3P. Both drivers in pursuit of Leary as they work around to the front straightaway. CJ continues to lead. Cummins there along with Jaden Rogers. Top 3 and a little bit of a breakaway here. Rogers all the way up to the cushion. Going to diamond across the racetrack. Find some moisture on the exit. Going to make up a couple of car lengths that time. He's got Justin Grant trying to chase him. Dason Pursley still your top 5. CJ Leary just a couple laps ago had him breathing down his neck. Now he's got some breathing room. Brings it out to 0.898 seconds with 7 in. Cummins, Rogers, Grant, Pursley, then it's Danner, Bacon, Stockin, Drake, and Mitchell Moles, your top 10. Trying to pick his way forward is Robert Ballou. Started 15th. He runs in the 11th position right now. He's got Logan Seavey trying to chase him in the 57. Seavey from 13th. Up 1 spot so far in this one. Leary backs her up the racetrack off of the cushion at turn number 4. The car kind of skating around on him that time as he came around to the front straightaway. Not giving him much time to Kyle Cummins, though. Still 7/10 of a second to the good. Justin Grant, in the meantime, has taken over the 3rd spot. Jaden Rogers back to 4th. Dason Pursley in pursuit of him. They work the high side through turns 3 and 4. First driver among the top 5. Breaking rank over in the 3rd and 4th turns is Kyle Cummins. continues to work the bottom side of both ends of the speedway. CJ Leary kind of moving his line around. Inside of 1 and 2, high side of 3 and 4, opposite of what we've been seeing throughout the week so far. As that curb records, number 21 AZ continues to lead, 11 laps in. 8:22.822 seconds over Kyle Cummins. Justin Grant, the 8-time Ocala winner, trying to close in to see if he can challenge for the runner-up spot. So far, sitting bronze for the moment. Jaden Rogers trying to hold on to the position. He's got the Avante windows and doors, number 86, and the Concord American flagpole, number 20, coming after him. Both drivers going to clear as they work up into number 2. So Rogers going to lose 2. Pursley up in the 4th. Bacon now into the top 5. Traffic coming into view. Coming up to the halfway point. Kyle Cummins switching lines here. He has taken about half of the distance away from the 21. Takes it to the high side of turns 1 and 2. Last time to the bottom side of turns 3 and 4. He continues to roll. It will still be Leary. See where he takes his line this time in the first and second turns. He's going to go to the outside. Diamonds are across the racetrack. Problems for one driver. That is Lewis. He is down to the infield and clear for the racing surface. We stay green. Coming up on Harley Burns to put him a lap down. He will work the bottom side. He'll block the charge of the 3, and that's going to force him off of the bottom and up to the top. Justin Grant going to try to capitalize. Grant not able to get there fast enough. You've got Dason Pursley closing in along with Brady Bacon as well. So into traffic, and the top 5 starting to tighten up a little bit here as Leary continues to lead. 14 laps remain. He'll try to put the slide on Mark Smith to put a lap car between himself and Kyle Cummins. Has to work the bottom and wait on the car. Cummins able to make up a couple of car links that time. Leary able to clear. Cummins now going to peek it down to the bottom off of turn number 4. He will clear the M1 this time into turns 1 and 2. Leary again after a slower car goes by Kayla Rell. Here comes Cummins though. He closes her in quickly. A half a second the difference that time at the line. Leary going to go back up to the cushion. Kyle Cummins down to the bottom. Justin Grant not able to clear the slower car yet. Dason Pursley is there with Bacon as well in the 20. The top 5 drivers run off in their own world right now. Jaden Rogers in 6, Briggs Danner in 7, Chase Stockin in 8th, Robert Ballou in 9th, Mitchell Moles your top 10, Kel Drake, Logan Seavey, Jake Swanson, Kevin Thomas Jr., and Carson Garrett. That's your top 15. Bringing it back out to just shy of 9/10 of a second, but now clean racetrack lies ahead for your leaders. See if Leary can pick up the momentum here and continue to keep Kyle Cummins at bay. 0.8 of a second still. Separate those 2 drivers. Leary around the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Cummins like a shot off of the top. Exiting turn number 2. Going to pick up about a half a dozen car lengths. They work into turns 3 and 4. Goes back to the top side into the tire tracks of the 21 AZ. We've got 9 to go. Justin Grant clear of the slower car. He's got Dason Pursley in pursuit of him, and now a pair of battles at the front of the field. Challenge for the lead looming. Cummins has reeled in the 21 AZ as we've got 8 laps remaining. CJ Leary still working the bottom of 1 and 2. Kyle Cummins, that thing absolutely launching onto the back straightaway. He's able to close up quickly, brings it down to about 3 car lengths, just not getting there fast enough to try to dive to the inside and slide the 21. As they are continuing on, Justin Grant closing in. Dason Pursley still in pursuit of him. Brady Bacon still your top 5. Top side, top 2 drivers through turns 3 and 4. Kyle Cummins got that right rear just a tick over the cushion that time. As next time, a fistful going to be shown. 5 laps to go when they come off of turn number 4. Lost some ground in turns 3 and 4. Regains it in turns 1 and 2. Oh, your leader nearly takes her over the cushion. Kyle Cummins there. He trails by 2 car lengths into turns 1 and 2. Does he have enough momentum to set him up this time into turns 3 and 4? Banks her off of the cushion, dives it down to the bottom of the 21. He's going to go to the outside. Cummins going to try to look to the inside. Challenge for the lead. Drag race around to the front straightaway. He just showed his nose, and Leary saw him. Now 0.3 of a second separating your top 2 drivers. Cummins enters to the tire tracks of the 21 AZ, brings it out wide, tries to take the line, can't get there fast enough. CJ Leary holds on to it. Kyle Cummins is there. They've got a slower car directly ahead of him. Where will the 19 ride into turns 1 and 2? He'll go to the outside. Leader going to use him as a pick as we've got 3 laps remaining. Has to wait on the car. Kyle Cummins charging now. Can't get there fast enough once again. He's going to try to the inside one more time. Lap car up in front of your leader. Cummins to the inside. Can't get there. 2 to go in this one. CJ Leary trying to clear the lap car, and now able to do so. Protects the outside into turns 3 and 4. Cummins down to the inside. Coming around to the wave of the white flag and 1 to go. Just shy of a half a second that time of the start-finish line. They'll work onto the back straightaway one last time. Kyle Cummins with a big run to the outside as they work into turns 3 and 4. Caution, going to bring this one slow. Driver sitting on the bottom side of the speedway entering turn number 3. That is Kayla Rell. It's the caution. Negating that as Rell getting a look at the replay. Ooh, she nearly took the same ride she took last night. Went up, tapped the wall. Fortunately, this time it stays upright. Caution lights are dark. Green-white checkered field past the NOS Energy start can. Leary brings it back to green. CJ with a good launch off of turn number 4. Brings it low at the exit turn number 2. Leaves the high side open. Kyle Cummins charging nearly side by side to turns 3 and 4. Cummins up to the cushion. Leary has to go down to the bottom. Around to the wave of the white flag once again. You've got a new leader. Kyle Cummins going to steal the way. Kyle Cummins steals the race lead as they work into turns 1 and 2. Leary down to the bottom. Now Percy going to charge the outside, and he's going to steal second. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag gonna drop. Bobbles off of the cushion, but nobody's gonna capitalize. Kyle Cummins, your winner at Ocala. Dason Persley in second. CJ Leary, heartbreak. He falls to third on the final lap. Justin Grant, Brady Bacon, your top 5. Jaden Rogers, Briggs Danner, Chase Stockin, Robert Blue, and Jake Swanson, unofficially your top 10. Up and out of the car, race fans. Let them hear it in victory lane.
What a run for the Princeton, Indiana driver. Kyle Cummins snookers it there on the final restart. That yellow came out perfect timing. There's Jerry Petty. Jerry Petty has been all smiles since he got down here to Florida, as his boy Kyle Cummins has been running so good. And Kyle, you were probably the most happy out of anybody to see that yellow there coming to the white flag, and off at turn number 2, it seemed like you had started to figure something out there and get that drive down the backstretch. When that yellow came out, was that your first thought, that I have to get to the top off of 2 to have a shot at CJ?
Yeah, I knew he wasn't really sure where to go either. I kept showing the bottom down there, and I knew he was kind of like not sure what was going on, and he had to be hearing that motor, because, man, around the backside there, once I could get up into it, I could really go. And on that white flag, I was going to try to sneak, and we probably would have both crashed. But I thought I was going to sneak, and it called yellow, and I was all over the brakes. And, you know, if he just would have moved up, then he would have won that. But he left me just enough room to get through, and, you know, I just can't get enough up to the Lord Jesus Christ for putting me in this position. You know, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, and, you know, our team, my family, all the family that came down, my mom, my dad watching, you know, it's special for all of us. It's a big deal. But I just got to give it up to Jerry Petty with Avante Windows and Doors for giving me this. This is a hot rod, and all the people on the side of it. Bill Floyd's up there, Lucas Oil of Evansville, Stanton Racing Engines, Premier Recycling. There's just a ton of people, Midwest Lawn and Landscape with Josh, S&C Machine, let's see if I can forget anybody, Apache Transport with Phil, Lifestyle Homes with Lance. There's just a bunch of people, all my family, my crew. These crew guys, I'll tell you what, that's what makes or breaks if you're going to win races or not. It has nothing to do with me in here. It has them preparing the race car. And, you know, Cameron Rose, Drake Edwards, Zach Fields, Casey DeRenzi, all my other crew that helps, you know, they bust their butt. This has been a bunch of nights in a row. And, you know, we tried something last night because we were too tight the first night, and we just went back to the exact same stuff we've been running the whole time. So I didn't second guess ourselves, and had a pretty good car tonight.
Second win of the swing for you, and you've been very good every single night down here during Winter Dirt Games, whether it be here at Ocala or obviously the win at Volusia, plus the Big Gator title as well. How important is this win to really solidify yourself as a true championship contender heading into the rest of the season when we get back to the Midwest?
It was definitely big. It's 2 different tracks, a big track, small track. We struggled down here really bad, and this is a tricky track. And, you know, if Justin would have knocked off a couple, he'd have some confidence going into the end of the year. But, you know, the track was raceable tonight. You can move around, and, you know, and we able to go from 5th, qualify good, go from 5th, and pass some cars, and, you know, do it a little bit the hard way, you know, passing some cars on the front row. So, you know, that was a big step in the right direction for the way the track is, and hopefully tomorrow night we do good in that dash, and we have a battle to the end.
Kyle Cummins with his second win of 2025 during Winter Dirt Games. And in thrilling fashion, no less, here at Ocala Speedway on the penultimate round of Winter Dirt Games here on a chilly Friday night in Ocala, Florida. Dason Persley has gotten everything but a win this week, and Dason, it appeared to be the CB Industries car was coming alive there late in the race, but did it come alive just a little too late to make a real charge there at the end?
Maybe. It's just, hard to say. Like, Kyle's so good right now, and CJ was setting a good pace up front. The top four were kind of just under a blanket there once we got to lap traffic, and the track was phenomenal tonight. You can move around so much. I don't think I've ever ran the top that hard in 3 and 4 here, so just really, really good track to race on. I mean, Kyle and I both came from the third row there, so he just, got past a couple more cars there earlier than I did, and kind of found the middle groove slider line in 1 and 2, and was able to put a lot of those guys away where I was still a little bit struggling to put them away. So Kyle just got to the front, I feel like, just a little bit faster and better than I did, and that's just kind of what decided the race. I felt like we were all the same speed. It was just track position was a little key there, but nonetheless, nothing to hang our heads about. I'm pretty frustrated on second and third, of course, but there's any given night you can go run 14th. So, just extremely thankful for the opportunity to drive the CB Industries, Avani Windows and Doors, Nostra Energy, and Christine auction car. And, Chad and the gang is working really hard, and we got one more night to try to get on that top step.
Dason Persley really, really wants that win during Winter Dirt Games. He's been close so many times. And speaking of close, CJ Leary led all but 2 laps of that one. And it really seemed like from the drop of the green, CJ, it was going to be a track that changed a lot. I think to early in the race, you went to the top in 3 and 4, and that seemed to work for you for a really long time. And then the top in 1 and 2 got really good. Out front, how hard was it truly to figure out where exactly you had to be to win the race?
Yeah, really. The driver lost the race. Honestly, the car was good. The car's been good all week. We've just we've been buried in traffic, and tonight we actually got to race with the guys that's been running up front all week. Our car's been great. Just a sitting duck there at the end. I saw Kyle, creeping on the bottom there when I was trying to lap the 19, and I don't know, just on the restart, I didn't know what to do. I thought maybe ripping the top was going to be the way, but I didn't want to give away the bottom to Kyle. So just need to come up with some hand signals maybe to get some sticks. But I can't thank Mike and Craig and Ronnie and Eric, Wendy, my parents, Zach, Tanner and John. Curb Records for coming on board, Apache Transport, Bill Michael with Kodiak Products, Sanders Wheels, just everybody that's put this deal together. 21AZ has been really fun to drive. It's been a little different for me, taking a step back and just trying to focus on driving. So really frustrated with myself tonight, so hopefully we can come back tomorrow and be here where Kyle is.
CJ Leary, still a really good building night for him. 15th tonight for the madman Robert Ballou after a whole rear end change, and that's been the story of Winter Dirt Games for you. It seems like every time something like this happens, you guys are able to bounce back and get a very respectable result in the feature event. How are you and your team able to do that every single time something unfortunate happens, like it has many times here during Winter Dirt Games?
We crave the pressure. We don't cave. It's one of them deals. If you can weather the storm, it'll be really good when it gets good. So everyone has highs and lows, and when you ride the highs, if you can make it through the lows, we're pretty low right now, but we have plenty of parts in the trailer, thanks to the people that are behind me, and it's one of them deals. I think everyone dragged their feet a little bit for me tonight, and I appreciate everyone for that. It shows that Jerry Petty needed to put a second team together to make Kyle Cummins set up in the seat and go out and win some races to keep his job. So hats off to Kyle Cummins. Hats off to all them guys. Once we get our ducks in a row and have some mechanical problems, we had a rear end tonight take a crap, and we've got a really fast race car, but it's really hard to go from 15th, 12th, 20th. I think we can get qualified tomorrow. I think if they do qualify, and I'm not sure. So maybe I'll have a chance then. It's one of them deals to where just keep plugging, put one foot in front of the other. My dad burned his hand the other night. It looks horrible, and he's still plugging. Rick and Jimmy Crawford, Todd and Mark and everyone back there. Core Installation, they got to come down and help us this week, and Pete and Jane from Suburban Subaru and Deaton's Waterfront Service. Bubba and Rob obviously gave us a hell of a racetrack tonight.
it's they got a new shape to it, and they've been working on it the last few nights, and the place is pretty badass. So hopefully they pack this place tomorrow. So since he's putting up the big money, hopefully we can fill up the grandstands and everyone can get their money's worth. We appreciate every one of you coming out, and we're going to put on a hell of a show tomorrow.
15th to 9th after even more challenges for the madman Robert Ballou here during Winter Dirt Games on the penultimate night of our stay down here in the Sunshine State. CJ Leary third, Jason Persley second, and your winner for the second time in 2025 in the Petty Performance Racing 3P, Kyle Cummins.